till that when Woody Harrelson was nominated for an Oscar for portraying pornographer Larry Flynt in The People's Larry Flynt, he was dismayed to discover the actual Flynt wasn't invited to the awards show. Harrelson then brought Flynt as his plus one. Harrelson lost to Geoffrey Rush that year, and Flynt himself played the judge in that movie. I didn't know that. I've seen the movie a few times and never noticed. Not surprising. A lot of times movies based on real people or events will have some of actual people involved show up as a random cameo. Like the dude who introduces Leo at the end of The Wolf of Wall Street being the real Jordan Belfort, or Julie Andrews walking past a few of the real Von Trapps in The Sound of Music. Rush received his Oscar for his performance in Shine in 1996. My friend nearly hit Geoffrey Rush in a Target Oscar park cause he popped out from behind a parked car and didn't look both ways. Which, if you haven't seen it, is one of the most deserved Oscar wins ever. Fucking phenomenal performance. No, Taylor absolutely kills it as the younger David too, and should probably have been nominated. Fantastic film, if more than a little sad. And well deserved it was. Still one of my favorite movies and performances. I always loved Rush moving pictures. Bae. Dumb. Tss. Yeah, that's great, but could we please keep the questions about Rampart? He also should have been nominated for his performance as Casanova, Frankenstein in Mystery Men, Shining Shine. Norm Macdonald was in The People's Larry Flynt. He played one of the people. Director Milo Forman brought Norm early on in the process from the sounds of it. Norm could have had any part he wanted. Norm chose a small part. Hats. Or you two. Be Orchinage 3. 7. Still can't believe both him and Gilbert Gottfried died. He was one of the people versusing Larry Flynt in Norm parlance. Came here for this. You mean the people against Larry Flynt? Rah-ha-ha-ha. At least he wasn't a hypocrite. Flynt played some of the largest regularly run 7-card stud games in the world. One of the top pros I talked to said they believed he was actually profitable in many of those games due to the number of billionaires that wanted to play in his game. Usually when a game forms around a player they are a fish. A fish. Fish. Is that the opposite of a shark? Woody approximately Harrelson's, or I Imgur, come or Kumoforvo, for approximately Harrelson's father was a prolific hitman. So he was something of a hustler. As charming as Woody was in Cheers, he spent years in that web, not stretching himself. I really loved him as the knot. What? We ordered ex-con in Wag, the dog. I felt afraid of him. He knew exactly how to move his body to look frightening. Masterful. Son of a hitman. Apparently being a scary, psycho-looking fucker is in his genes. He's also good in basketball. Played pickup with him once while he was shooting a movie. He is the hustle type player with a good shot. Apparently he always tries to find pickup games in whatever city he is in while shooting a movie. I mean, his dad was a professional assassin Earl. He's also a fucking moron who shared COVID-19 and 5 conspiracy theories. They didn't invite the people either. Or at least I did get me invite. But what about Rampart? I miss those Ahmad days. Reddit inexplicably lost the woman spearheading that entire project, a big loss. Was looking for this, not disappointed. For those out of the lufts, or Reddit. Com or Yama or comments or Ninyanev or im Woody Harrelsonama or. He was not robbed, though he did a great job. Geoffrey Rush killed it in Shine. Rush kills it in everything he does. Maybe I am a bit biased as an Australian, but I see him as our version of Ian McKellen. Did anyone think he was robbed? I did see the movie. I'm watching True Detective 1. He was good in that too. I sympathized with his character, as flawed as he was. His character was just a regular type dude with a big ol' dick. My mother dated Larry Flynt briefly back in late 50s, when they were teenagers. Woody Harrelson's dead also assassinated a federal judge. That checks out. Hut. The first federal judge to be assassinated in the 20th century. Charles Harrelson was the father of actors Brett and Woody Harrelson. Thanks for that little nugget of useless knowledge. Hey, can we please keep the fun facts focused on Rampart? Yes, possibly. Although he said, and it was later corroborated, that he didn't actually kill Judge Wood, and that he only took the credit for it because he wanted the payday. Jamil Chagre, the drug dealer who ordered the killing, recanted his statements about it and said it was Harrelson who actually killed the judge. But he approximately did kill approximately slew a slew of other people for sure. That's what hitmen do, a goose. Can't believe he didn't answer any questions about it in the AMA. I saw Larry Flynt once. I was eating lunch at a fairly famous restaurant in Beverly Hills when he visited Lai. Suddenly a black limo rolled up. Driver got out, opened the back door, which had a ramp, and out came Larry in a purple velvet, seated wheelchair made of gold steel. It was right on point. After the ceremony, Larry thanked him by setting him up with a couple of ladies. Once Woody was getting down to business, Larry Flynt rolled in with his wheelchair and a chicken pot pie. I'm afraid to check whether you're serious. I'm curious about Harrelson being dismayed. Is it typical for the subjects that movies depict be invited to the Academy Awards? Something tells me not really. Great movie. A friend of mine was the wife of one of Flynt's bodyguards, and she gave me a Larry Flynt for President button from when he ran in '84. It has two sexy legs straddling the Capitol building. That's very Rampart of him. Also one of two movies that Courtney Love was good in, the other being Sid and Nancy. Great movie. Everything I know about this movie is from the Merchot sketch. It's insane. Is Guys, let's keep this focused on Rampart. Thanks. A truly underappreciated movie. Little factoids. Larry Flynt plays one of the judges who is obviously biased against movie Larry, and this is one of the few places Courtney Love looks seriously hot in the most trashiest ways possible. You get the feeling you need in panel just from watching it. I remember in the late 2000s I saw the most shocking, upsetting, stomach turning images I'd ever seen printed in a magazine, in a Hustler. It wasn't pornography. It was the burnt corpses of Iraqi women and children killed by a vicious white phosphorus attack. It was the first and perhaps most brutal confrontation I've ever had with the truth of what America really is and what it does. It was so much more effective for how unexpected and inappropriately placed it was, which I'm sure was the point. I don't know how many other readers were affected in that way instead of just angry at the publisher. But Flynt had a courage to his convictions most people could dream of. Courtney Love got snubbed that year. Say what you will about Flynt, but he understood what the Christian nationalists were up to, and he used his platform to do what he could to bring the appropriate amount of derision and disrespect they deserve. Why would they have invited him? Is it commonplace to invite the subject of every nominated film if they're a living person? Poor little rich sex offender. Probably because Larry Flynt wasn't really a good guy. You would want him as a friend or to be around the woman that you care about. He was still pretty gross. Courtney was fantastic in that movie. Larry Flynn was a piece of trash Earl. Champion. The portrayal of Flynt in the film sanitized this character. He was a violent, abusive piece of shit, well documented by people in the same industry. I think him being a piece of shit came across. A link. In this economy. Who cares lol? Flynt was a piece of shit.